Hey y'all! So I just wanted to make this video real quick just so I can have documented my first thoughts, my first initial thoughts about, yikes, being pregnant with our fourth baby. First of all, we were so done after 3 kids. Neither one of us did anything permanent to prevent. I think that there was always a small part of both of us that just really wasn't 100% positive that, you know, we were done forever. It just seemed kind of, I think we were just shocked by Violet and just everything that she is. And, you know, now that she can talk and is able to express herself, we were starting to warm up to the idea of maybe having a fourth in the future, just to kind of round things off. And we have started noticing that somebody always gets left out when they're all playing together. So we had just recently started talking about maybe having a fourth. And then I didn't start my period this week. And I was in Tulsa helping take care of my stepdad. He had surgery on Monday, September 9th. And I flew in on the 8th, which was my birthday. And when I got there, this may be TMI, but it's part of the story and part of the details. So when I got there, it was late that night and I went to bed and I started cramping really bad, and I thought, oh no, here I am sleeping in my stepdad's bed, like, you know, he's out on the couch, of course. Violet and I are in his bed. He had given up his bed to us, and I was like, if I start in his bed, this is gonna be, how embarrassing, right? So I got up and I actually like put an overnight pad on just in case, because like of the way like I was feeling crampy and I knew my period was coming that way, well, supposed to be coming. And so I woke up the next morning and I was like, huh, it didn't come. That's weird. So then you know, the whole day goes on. I made sure when I packed that I packed, you know, my Diva cup and, you know, overnight pads just in case whatever. The next day, and it still didn't come, and it was due Wednesday. And when Wednesday morning I woke up to a text, 2 of my girlfriends, we were all on the same cycle together, and this would have been our 3rd cycle together. It was really weird because we all live in different states, but in our group text, one of them was like, yep, cycle day 1 for me, and I was like, oh, it's coming, it's gonna come. And then the other text, a few hours later, yep, cycle day 1 for me. And I was like, what the hell? Where is my period? I'm cramping like crazy and I have been for like 3 days, and seriously, there's no period yet. So the next day, I was like, I have got to get my hands on a test somehow. So I go to Dollar Tree because it's pretty close to where we were staying, where he lived. And they were out of tests. What the hell? I was like, no, this can't be happening. So we run to Walmart and I'm like, oh, I don't want to spend, you know, I don't want a blue dye test because I know that those have a high rate of false positives because the blue ink or something. I wanted a pink dye test. And the pink dye test, I was like, I do not want to spend a whole bunch of money on this. I just wanted the dollar store test. I was trying to be cheap. Anyhow, I ended up Googling real fast reviews on Walmart's 88-cent brand. And it said that if you're past your period, it will show up, it will work, but they're really faint compared to other brands. I was like, okay, whatever, I can handle faint, it's fine. So I go in the bathroom and I take that test, and at first it comes and it's like really looking negative, and I'm like, okay, period will come. So I stick it in my pocket and I go out to the car and I look at it and I was like, that is a faint line. Oh my God. And I I just couldn't even think. Like, I still am like, is this real life? Is this happening to me? So I text the picture to Jenny and to Rusty, and both of them were like, wow. Yeah, it just is crazy. So a little bit later that day, my husband was like, I want to see it in words. My husband's definitely, he needs the digital. The lines, even though he sees them, he doesn't believe them. He needs the words to slap him in the face, basically. So we go to Target later, and I buy the digital in Target, and we check out. And so we go in the bathroom, and I take the digital, and while it's thinking, you know, the digitals just pop forever, that little hourglass. So I just stuck the cap on it, stuck it in my pocket, and took Violet out to the car. And as soon as I got her buckled in, I sat down, I pulled the test out of my pocket, and it said pregnant, and my first words were, oh shit. And so I, of course, took a picture of it and sent, you know, the picture in a group message this time to both Jenny and Rusty, and, you know, kill two birds with one stone. And, yeah, so we are coming to the terms of, wow, we are actually going to have a fourth baby. And, yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm not excited. It's just I've never not tried for a baby. And so since we weren't actively trying, I mean, obviously, whatever, let's not get technical here. For our previous children, we've always been actively trying, let's say that. And so for this one to just kind of show up out of nowhere, only 3 cycles in after it took forever to get my period back, just the way it all happened, and I go back to the day it happened, it just really, this baby was meant to be. It just, the stars aligned, and here we are. And no, it's not our timing, but you know, we are, of course, welcoming and excited and praying that everything, you know, ends up healthy and okay. And, you know, it's not ideal timing financially, but we'll make do, I'm sure. Everything will work out, I'm sure. You know, things have been different this year for us. We've really had to cut down a lot with, you know, me not working my full-time job anymore and just working at the birth center and doing doula work and birth boot camp and things like that on the side. So the money's a lot more sporadic and less predictable, but, you know, we're making it. We've been like this for a year, so, you know, I'm sure that it'll get better. So my first initial thoughts, now that you know the backstory, yes, my first words were, oh shit, were just because honestly, I wasn't that surprised, because I think my oh shit reaction was just confirmation of, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it, because as soon as it happened, it was, I knew it. I just knew it. I won't go into details, but I was like, oh my God, what just happened? So, and that was the day of conception, and I just knew it. Instantly in my head, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be pregnant. And typically 99.9% of the other times for the last 13 years, 12 years, we are so super careful. So, dang it. No, and I don't want to come off like I'm not happy or not excited. We really are. It's just kind of like, whoa. But hey, so here we are. We're going to have a fourth baby, and we'll see where the journey takes us.